Good morning, y'all. Today I'm going to be showing you how to can half and half, and if you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Hey y'all, getting ready to can some half and half. It was given to me for free. So I'm filling my canner with filtered water because I can't put vinegar in there because I'm canning milk. Don't put vinegar in there, it could compromise and curdle your milk. So I put 2 of these in my canner because it brings it up knuckle high. I don't know if I can get that in there. See, it comes up to my knuckle there, my first knuckle on my index finger. That's how much water you want in there. And let me get my canner over here. Now, Ball says you don't have to heat your lids anymore, but I'm going to because this is liquid and I want a good seal on this milk. So I'm going to go ahead, put my lids in there. I've already got some milk poured up over here, and so these are smaller because I like them to fit in my door. And I buy these lids on Amazon that has the now that's evaporated milk. I got to show how to do that too. You pull this back, you know. So this is ready to go. This is just a regular size, and then I've got the wide mouth size too to use in my refrigerator. Do I have one in there? Yeah, here's one. This is the wide mouth. So this is evaporated milk. See how much darker it is. Now this is half and half, so I'm just going to process it like milk because we don't need to make it heavier. But to make evaporated milk, you wanna it's gonna be you process it longer, and that was 2%. And here's another one. The reason why I put them in the fridge, I wasn't sure of the seal. It didn't pop down, so I just went ahead as soon as they cool and put them in my fridge. So I'm not gonna waste it. Okay, now we got these have been processed here, have been washed and through the oven, and I just put them in my pantry room and put a towel over them. These are a little bigger, see? These are jelly jars because I don't have more of these processed. So I'm just need to get this milk put up so it don't waste. It was free, given to me, and I'm not going to waste half and half. So I'll put it in my coffee or cook with it. So anyway, we're gonna heat up our lids. Here's my lids. They haven't been used. And we're gonna simmer them, not boil them. Simmer them for I just maybe 5-10 minutes, and then we're gonna put the lids and the screw on thing, and then we're gonna put it in a cold canner because it's cold milk. So I hadn't even started the fire. There's no fire on there. And then you want your water up to your first knuckle. Put it in the hole also. Don't put it on top. Put it in the hole. Well, anyway, let's see. That's my second rack, which I'll need. That's my first rack. Okay. So everybody's always saying, how much water do you put in there to can? Well, my rule of thumb has always been knuckle high. First knuckle on your index finger. And you can see where the water level, and that's just caused from boiling. It's darker down there. So it's first knuckle, but you put your finger down in one of these holes. You don't measure on top, you measure in the hole. Hope that helps someone. Okay, let me get my lids put in there and get them simmered. There's nothing wrong with this because it hadn't even expired. It's been kept cold. Come on. It's been kept cold through, well, it doesn't expire to 8/20. Let me see if my lens is dirty. There. See? Today's 13th. Okay. What I wanted to show you is you can see that half and half will get a little scum at the top. But what I do is I just use my clean finger, go around it, get it out of there. So we're not putting it in our jars. And I fill these jars up to this first rim here, which is about 1 inch from the top for your milk. And you want to simmer your lids for about 10 minutes. We want to soften up that ring because we want a good seal on this milk, because it's liquid and we need that to seal good. Alright, simmer, don't boil them. I'm going to turn it down a little bit. Keep it hot. Want to keep those hot while I'm filling my jars. Let me show you. I've already got some out. You just use your finger and go around. Well, I'll show you another one because I already did this one. Anyway, let me open another one. Let's see how much this has in there. You want to take your finger, go around and around. And you're going to have a little bit of clabber. Some of it's not really clabber. This is half and half. You know how that does. And if it gets any on the outside, you clean this before you pour it in this, because you don't want to put any chunks in this. So that, you know, some's okay and some will have a little bit. Okay, that one's pretty clean. I had one that was really bad. I'm just giving you that little tip. Now, I've got to dry wipe all of these down, get the milk off of them before we put the hot lids on there. These simmered lids. And don't start this up until you put your cold milk in there, because we want to bring it all up temperature at one time. And so let me wipe all the lids down, get these put on, and the rings put on. That's going to take me a minute. One other thing. Do not put vinegar in here when you're processing milk. It may curdle it. So don't put vinegar in there. Use filtered water in your canner. And I suggest you simmer your lids. And you're just going to dry tail these off. Okay, now that I got them all dry tailed off, we're ready for the lids. And I like to put a lid and ring on because I want it to start seeding. I don't want it to get cold. So if I had somebody here, I'd have them helping me. So I got to go get my rings now so we can do this. It was a good thing that I bought this regular mouth. Most of my jars are wide mouth, but I just picked them up just thinking, because we found a bunch of regulars, and I processed regular jars. We processed regular jars of milk. And if I hadn't bought this box right here, I wouldn't have had enough rings. It's the rings I run out. Now I have these 12 lids that are extra. I'm going to put them back in here. I end up finding another package brand new in my canning room too. Thank God for small favors. When you find jars, you got to have the lids and the band. Okay, here we are. We're ready to start putting. Y'all, I had this on pause. I had to wash them rings right quick. Okay. So, get one of these. Stick on there. Oh, y'all. I gotta get my tripod. Let me get my tripod. Okay, I'm gonna go over here and get a hot lid off my stove. Out of the simmering water. Put this on there. Don't worry about the water on it. It's warm. I think it seals better. Hand tight. Hand tight means you turn it till it won't turn without forcing it. Okay. So, wish I had a little helper. Because I like to put my band on as soon as I put my warm seal on. I don't want it to cool off. I think milk seals better when you do that. So, a lot of people now, they don't heat their seals, but since this is milk, I'm simmering simmer about 10 minutes. Ouch! That was hot and it stuck together. Get apart. Some of them will stick together. It's frustrating. Just keep them warm while you're... Don't crank it down, but turn it until it don't stop. Until it stops. I had someone think they turned it and then backed it off a quarter. And then I showed them that their milk siphoned off more. Am I videoing? I didn't know if it's running. So, this is it. Okay, well, I'll be back when I get all these on there, and then we'll put it in the canner. My kitchen is not set up properly. I fuss about it all the time. Okay. So, I'll be back when I get all the lids on them. Okay, they're all ready for the canner. So I'm going to put the big ones on the bottom and the small ones on top. These are jelly jars. They both are. This one's small. It fits inside my refrigerator door. And this one right here, well, anyway, that's all I had processed clean. You have to prep your jars. By prepping, I mean you wash them in hot soapy water or the dishwasher, and then you dry them in the oven at 225 for 25 minutes. Then you crack the door and let them cool down. And I process at night. That way I know they're going to be cold for me to do this the next day. Okay, let's get these in the canner. All 12 of these fit on bottom. And I got 9 of these that are going to fit on top. See the difference in size? So these went on bottom. 12 of them fit. And 9 will go on top. You have to use a spacer. I'll show you. Set these on top of in your canner. You'll lay that on top. Then you can put those little ones on there. All of those fit. 23 jelly jars. Tall ones on bottom. And the short ones on top. Okay? Oh, now we turn on we can turn on the fire now. And don't turn it on really high. And immediately see the cold and the hot is going to condensate. We want to bring this up a little slow. We don't want to break anything. So just turn your fire down a little bit, and we're going to let that heat for about 10 minutes. But we are gonna put our lid on. We are gonna put our pressure canner lid on. Let me get my lid. My pressure canner lid. And when you clean, you want to keep this ring. You want to keep olive oil on it because it helps it to slide. Okay, line her up. Lock her in. Okay, so we're going to bring that up. I forgot I don't know if I told you, I even use filtered water for my lids. I believe in filtering everything, not just use water. And it rains so much, I put that on my plants. But it's rained a lot, so I just dumped that water. Now I'm going to set up over here, and I keep my my weight in this. It's a little Rubbermaid thing. There's your weight. I'm using a Presto. They don't go on yet. I'll tell you when it goes on. I'm going to leave it in there. Okay, now the only tools now I'm going to need is a jar lifter. Oh, and a mat. Let me get my mat. Do my mat. I know I washed it. Keep your mats clean. It might be in my canning room. Hang on. Found it. I just use a one of those dish drying mats, and you can just hand wash it off if you want, because it will get a little sticky milk on there when you put that out. So you are going to want to wash that off. Well, I got my tools, and I'm ready. I'm waiting for this to feel warm up here. It's starting to feel warm. I even want this lid to feel a little warm before I turn the heat up. It's already starting here. Now the lid will stay a little cool because it's the last thing. So as long as this part here is kind of warm. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and start turning the fire up. Turn this up. It's on medium heat, and we'll turn it on high. I just wanted those bottles in there to kind of get a little bit of warmth on them. And I did lay that milk out for a half hour. You don't want to just take it out of the refrigerator and fill it up and stick it in your canner. You want to kind of get everything, you know, because you don't want to break any jars or nothing. I'm just going by the way I was taught. Okay, so we're going to bring this up to, since this is half and half, this only requires it to go up to, well, 10 pounds, my pressure, because I'm below 1,000 feet. And after you process it, I'll tell you in a little while after I process it. First, we got to get it up to where this vents 10 minutes. You do it like your regular processing, except milk's a little bit different. This is how I clean my Instapot up in here. This handle and stuff, and this rim here gets dirty. I use my debubbler because it's just right for getting in there. Then I take my little dish towel, stick that in there, scrub it like that. So if y'all got one of these nice lid lifters, and use the debubbler in, and that's great for that. Alright, I set my timer for 10 minutes because it started steady streaming steam, and that's going to go for 10 minutes, and then we'll put the weight on it, and this will pop up too when we put the weight on it. That's it. Then okay, so that'll be the next step. Okay, timer going off. It's been 10 minutes. Venting for 10 minutes. So now you drop your weight on there. Let me get my weight on there. Okay. Got so much pressure in it, this already popped up. Okay, now we're going to pressure it up to 10 pounds. I'll be back when it gets up to, when that gauge gets up to 10 pounds. Okay, we have reached our 10 pounds of pressure, so all you're going to do is turn the fire off. And just let it set. I can't move mine, it's too heavy. Some people move theirs, I'm not. Okay, you want to let the pressure gauge fall all the way down before you remove your weight. And this should be down too. And you're going to cool it at least 20 minutes before you open the canner. I'll time it to see how long it takes. I am going to set a timer for 20 minutes and see if it's ready. If not, I'll let you know. I'll let you know if it's long enough. So I'll be back when the pressure gauge goes down. While we're waiting on that to come down, and then we're going to wait a little longer, if it takes longer. I'll let y'all know. I just want to give you a little tip. Okay, if you hand wash dishes, and this is how I do my silverware. I wash them in my soapy water, and then I fill this with hot water. You cannot touch my water, because it's turned up. It will burn you. It's like boiling water. So, you do it like this. You got a big bowl with a colander, and then you can lift the colander. So, and then whatever you got left you can rinse. Because I still got to put these in there. I put those in there last. More silverware in here. I'll show you when I get done. I don't know if y'all can see the steam coming off of there, but it is steaming. And all you gotta do is, let's see if I can do this. I can't get in the sink. Okay. So you just raise it up. You don't have to get your hands burnt. See? Can you see that steam? Let's see. Maybe I'll put it a little higher. I don't know if you can see the steam coming off of there, but it's not something you can put your hand in. I don't know if y'all can see that steam coming off of there or not. See it? I thought that's really disinfected. Then you can just set it aside on your dish drain there. And then you can still use this hot water. I've still got some knives in here to wash. That's just a tip. Now, after they cool to touch, then you can stand them up in your drain thing. Because trust me, you cannot touch my hot water. Now, last thing I wash is my cat bowls. I'll wash my cat bowls. I'll put them in there upside down, and they'll be drained, and they'll be rinsed, and then I'll pick it up, and then I'll lay them over here on this mat. Stack them up so they can dry. I'll need a little bit more water for my cat bowls. The reason why you turn them upside down is because you don't want them full of water. Now we can pick them up and drain them. Can't see what I'm doing really. Pick them up to drain. I don't think y'all can even see. Can you even see what I'm doing? Just pick them up. Pull them to the side over here. Let them drain a little bit. Put it on, something to drain on. You still got your water. See, it's a extra, it's a bowl with a big colander. Okay. My hands, I had neuropathy, and I cannot touch real hot water. And this is like boiling temperature. My hot water is. And then, if they dried a little bit, you just bring them over here where you want them. And put your bowls out. Because there's some people that can't feel heat or something. They have something going on in their body that they can't naturally feel pain. So this keeps them from getting burnt. There you have it. And the hotter they are, the faster they dry. Okay, I'm done with those dishes. Timer went off and my gauge is not down, so it's going to take longer. Stop. And we'll set it for another 20 minutes. I'm trying to give y'all how much time it's going to take for y'all to wait. Okay, stop. Timer. 20. Start. Okay. That's another 20 minutes. So, see my gauge right there? It's below 5, but I want it to be all the way down before I take the weight off. Okay, 220s makes 40. That's 40 minutes. Stop. Since I'm multitasking, I want to know how long it takes for my dial to go down to 0. And this should be down too. Ouch, it's still hot. Now let's see. We'll take this off. Okay. And then we'll open the canner. Let me raise this up so you see me. We'll open candle. Now I can't hardly take mine off and show y'all properly because I got this vent hood in my way. I know not to open the steam towards me. I mean, that's really common sense. So here we go. We're going to open it slowly. And we're going to crack the lid and leave it set there for another... See, I'm venting it. You can see I'm venting it. And I'm going to set it for 10 minutes. I want it to set another 10 minutes before I take them out of there. So, another 10 minutes. Okay, so we have 50 minutes into that already. Okay, you can see the steam. It's coming out of there. Escaping. So, after that comes out, then we'll be ready to take our jars out. And we'll see if it made a mess inside. Milk always makes a mess. It seeps off some. But as long as it's properly sealed, you know, that's all that matters to me. I've already heard a few jars pinging in there. But the heat and letting it cool a little bit helps them seal. There's a lot of jars in there, you know. We did 12 on bottom and 9 on top. We did jelly jars on bottom, and then we did the ones that are even littler on top. So, and this is half and half that I processed. Now, I promised somebody I'm going to do evaporated milk, but I got to get a gallon because somebody drank the other gallon I was going to process. But that's okay. That's why I hadn't done it yet. Alright. So we're going to wait until 6 more minutes and then I'll take them out. Okay, timer's going off again. Alright. Stop. Timer stop. Alright. Now, so we had the lid cracked. So there's not so much steam when you come off there because my thing's in the way. I can't turn it towards me. So for those that can't do that, there's a tip there. Okay, now it's time to take them out. I'm going to take these out. take them out and lay them right here. Okay, so we'll take them out. Now we're going to lay them right here. You can hear them pinging. I've heard hundreds of them ping. And you're just going to lift them straight up. Don't tilt them. These are going to set for 24 hours. A minimum of 18, I guess. You don't want to disturb them. And then you're going to date them. And you're going to wipe them down. This one don't look like it's sealed yet. I think it just seals. Nope, still see a nipple on it. You have to really check them. See if they pop down. That's why I do it that way, cracking my lid and all. They usually seal a little better if I do it like that. And give a little air room in between. 2, 4, 6, 8. Nine, 10, 11, 8, 9, 10, okay, 11 on top. And then we got this, I use my lid lifter magnet thing to take the separator lid off. Dishwasher water. Okay. And then we can get the bottom ones, which we got 12 down here. So I'm going to need more room somewhere. I might have to use my freezer. I don't think I need to get in this little freezer. See how much bigger that one is? Well, this is half and half that I'm canning. Now let me clear off my freezer. I have to use everything in here when I'm canning. I did have a thick towel. What to do with it? Okay, let's see. Here we go. Here's a thick towel. And I'm going to double it over to put them other ones on it. Okay, because I'm running out of room. I'm going to have to... Oh, I knocked one over. That's not good. It's so crowded because I got a dozen in there. I'm going to set this one up front, knowing that I knocked it over in case it got compromised. I like to hear them ping. I got a thick bath towel over there that I'm going to set. I doubled it over that I'm going to set the rest of these jars on. I have a big freezer and a little freezer. Okay, now the rest I got to put somewhere else. And that's how you can half and half or milk. But evaporated milk, I'm going to have to buy the milk, and I'm going to have to prepare my jars when I go through all those steps when we do the evaporated milk. And so I got a lot. And all this was free to me. I had to put 3 over here on a towel, but anyway, you just let those set for 24 hours. Take the rings off. Wipe them all down. If there's any milk or crud around here, lids, wipe them all down. And then date them and put them on your shelf. That's after you wait 24 hours. Now, look at my water. no milk in there. I hear a lot of people say that their canner gets full of milk. Well, that's because they are not simmering their lids. I recommend getting those rubber seals softened up, because you are dealing with this, and I'll turn these lids until they stop hand tight. Okay? Alright, y'all. I hope this video helped y'all learn how to can milk. Now, next video, I will do the evaporated milk. I promise you, Barb, I will do the evaporated milk. Bye. Oh, my kitty's eating. Well, say bye, Sienna. Little Sienna down here's eating. Sienna, YouTube. YouTube wants to see you and say bye. He's growing. There he is. See the orange on his face? Where's my other one? Oh, and I want to do a video on these buckets too, on this lid. These are the, what are they called, gammy lids. You have to pop the, let's see, I got one done. Where is it? First you pop on, this comes in two pieces. First you pop this part on, and it's got a seal. You pop that on. This is for dry storage. Then you screw this on. Man, I need this one because it's already ready. But I'll do a video on how to do these buckets. And I like these buckets with these lids. I mean the handles. I like those handles better than the plastic. Okay, y'all. You little stinker, you're not going out. No, you're not going. I know Daddy's out, but you're not going out. I'm sorry, you're not. No, it's a little hot out. Maybe later this evening. This evening, when it cools down. Okay, y'all. That's it. On canned milk. Bye, y'all. Aloha. Bye. And if y'all have any questions, just leave them in the comments. Thank y'all for watching.